Hey up me ducks, how are we doing? It's Saturday. Oh, it's nice to be the weekend, isn't it? I just nipped out and got a coffee, just so I couldn't be bothered to make one, and I wanted a nice coffee, so I've been and got my mocha with coconut milk. Let's do a quick hello to everybody and welcome to Cuppa Ketchup and Cards. So we have Elizabeth was the first one in. Nice to see Elizabeth. And our Caroline, Reddy, Jackie, Celia, David, Feline Fortuna. We have Nancy, our Chris, Donna, and Jamie, our Jamie. How are you doing? And Tammy Pie. Hello, Tammy Pie. Adam is here. Hi, Adam. And Robin, Richard, Isabel, and Kim. Hi, Kim. Malamia, nice to see you. And Deanne, popping in before I teach. You're teaching today. Wow. Hope that goes okay. Melissa's here. Hello. Hooray for Saturday and CC&C. Diane and Tamoya Spirit. Jen's here. Hi, Jen. And then we have I've not seen you before, but welcome. And we have Alexandra, Woman Who Sees, Selkie, hello Selkie, Joanne, and Oi Oi, there's dear daughter, Eopel. Elaine's here, nice to see you, Elaine. How's your weekend going? Elaine from Celtic Roots Tarot. And we also have Brittany and Mendy. Hi, Mendy. Good morning to you. Celia, Kristen Louise, and I think that's it. Oh, and Cody. Cody, I've not seen you for ages. How are you doing? Good to see you again. Yeah, so has everybody got a cuppa? And there's lots of people filing in now as well. So we've got Butterfly Moore and Lisa, Bunny Kissers, Metaphysic Mike. Good to see all of you people coming in. It's really strange now because it's daylight. I can remember doing Cuppa Ketchup and Cards in the dark, or recently as the sun is just going down, and I've had to go and pull the blinds because it's making that. Actually, I think we've got another hour, maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of sunlight. It's incredible. I love this time of year. Drinking so much right now, drinking so much coffee. I must admit that my coffee intake has increased since I started working in the city centre, the base there, because everything's on tap. There's a Costa just down there. Well, there's all of them. Starbucks, Costa, Cafe Nero. You decide. Spring is approaching. It is. I love spring. My favourite season. Hi, Pamela. Nice to see you. Got to wake up the brain cells. Loving the longer daylight. I know. I'm always relieved when January and February are out the way. I get through them, but I always think when we come out of Christmas, Christmas is that light in the middle of the winter. There's something you can focus on. Time with family, nice food, nice drinks, company, something just to have that anchor to aim for. And then when Christmas is done and everybody's going back to work, it's a new year, new resolutions that we're making, and you've still got a couple of dark months lying ahead. It's like, get me through these months. Pamela's loving the days getting longer too. I can read longer, yeah. So, coffee with Baileys, a girl after my own heart. Monomere's got coffee with Baileys. Oh, wow. I do like a Baileys, as you all know. Hey, beautiful people. Hello, she walks in beauty. Precious daylight getting longer. I've been digging today. Everything's changing. I know. You You can really see the end of winter and the onset of spring. Selkie says, March is my favourite month because nature is coming back to life. Yeah. I need to get some Baileys just for drill. I was drinking coffee with Baileys last night. Kind of silly thing to do right before bedtime, hence my need for... Well, at least it was Baileys in a coffee. You know, it wasn't neat Baileys. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just want to put that out there and be clear. What advice do you have for me, Philia? We're going to do a bit of a Q&A today. I haven't done a Simon Asks for a while. I did a couple back end of last year and they were quite good fun. So I've got some questions and I'll answer them and I'll ask you to answer them as well. So we'll get on that in a minute. But just want to do a bit of a catch up with people. The best coffee with Baileys. Hi Roz, good Saturday friends. Springtime is in the air as the snow is melting here in Wisconsin. That's good to hear. Still in winter in Montreal, I bet. What has Chris bloody started? What, the Baileys in coffee? Can't fault him. And UK peeps, if you've got a Tesco club card, why am I advertising for Tesco's? But just as a, you know, a need to know. I feel it's my sort of my responsibility and my duty to let UK people know that if you've got a Tesco club card, you can get a £20 litre bottle for £12 at the moment in Tesco's while stocks last. Try Baileys over ice cream. It's great, especially if you can get, and I can't find it just recently. I don't know if they've stopped doing it, but Haagen-Dazs Baileys ice cream with real Baileys poured over the top. Oh my God, my throat did that weird thing, like when I'm actually kind of salivating at the thought of it. Good Saturday to you too, MA. Leave it to us to take it and run with it. What deck is in your hands? I have Heart of Stars in mine. I've just got coffee. I go straight for the Irish whiskey and coffee. Yeah, it can't beat whiskey and coffee as well. I'm partial to a nice single malt. Hi Naomi, nice to see you. Selkie says, cannot when for the Portal of Presents roll on 20th of March. Yes. I don't know if the eagle-eyed amongst you will see this incredible image. But this was the one I was drawn to today when I did my unboxing and walkthrough of Portals of Presents. So if you haven't had a chance to check out that video yet, 2 weeks today, in fact, this time in 2 weeks, Deborah Cough-Chapin, who is the creator of Portals of Presents, and also Soul Cards that you've heard me talk about so many times over the years on my channel, will be back. She came at the end of, I think it was about end of September 2018. And that and your guys' encouragement is what encouraged her to make this fabulous deck, Portals of Presents. It is not Soul Cards 3, but as it says in the book, it comes with this. It is a great companion to work with Soul Cards 1 and 2 because they're created in the same space, the same medium. So they have the same energy. Vodka lemonade is my choice. I've been thinking through my new Zany Tarot, had time to explore my 4 Covens playing card. Wow. Have we seen as well that the, oh gosh, what is the name of the deck? Oh, Seasons of the Witch. Seasons of the Witch Oracle, the Yule one is coming out in September. It does look like it's going to be 1 deck a year. So it's going to take 8 years, but it's great. It's great that it is continuing because I've got the Samhain one, and it's great that they started with Samhain, you know, the beginning of a new cycle, a new year. And then they're moving through the Sabbats. So Yule is already up on Amazon for pre-order. I've pre-ordered, but it's not out until September. A long wait, but those of you who like that and want to get the collection, just to let you know. Tammy Pie. What's Tammy Pie said? What are you doing? I was playing with my Starman last night. I'm just messy. I'm not going to even try and decipher that conversation. What is in the pile? I was wondering when that was coming. Thank you for the info. Yeah, I don't know about overseas, but I know here this has been released on the 20th, I think, or that weekend anyway. And that's the weekend Deborah's coming on for the launch. So as I said in my video this morning, if you've got questions that you want me to put to the creator, I will put them to. I'll make, obviously, if I'm inundated with questions, I'll select some, but I will credit you for your question and I will put them to the creator, Deborah Cough-Chapin, for the Portals of Presents. Dex. Hello, everyone. Hello, Marsha. How are you? Robin, I feel like there's a code I should be reading. Yeah, I'm kind of lost in this conversation too. But that happens a lot when you're hosting and you're talking and looking at the camera, then you look down at the chat and chat is nothing to do with what you're talking about. You're like, are they talking to me or not? We're just talking Dex, Simon, says Tammy Pie. Okay. Can't fault anybody talking Dex. I pulled cards to help me figure out what the heck I want for my life. That's deep, Jen. I pulled card from Lightseers, Everyday Witch, Tarot de Saint Croix, Morning Card Oracle, 7 Energy. Maybe you should just choose one. Maybe you're a bit confused because you're using all of them. Rainbows and Mallards. Today is World Poetry Day. Wow. Hop to it. He's just found the emojis. Perhaps we could save some for later, Robin. Oh, is Robin spamming the chat with emojis or something? I see toadstools, little mushrooms. Oh, ducks. Is Robin on one today? It's Poetry Day. I have writing class in an hour. Wow. Well, shall we have some fun? I'm in a tis-was type of mood. Again, I suppose you'd have to be from the UK, you'd have to be a certain age to know what I'm talking about. But tis-was was Saturday is tis-was day. And it was like, the weekend's here. Let's be silly. Let's have some fun and just kick back and do zany things. So before I do that, though, I do want to do a channel shout out. So let me turn off that ticker. So it's channel shout out time. And the channel that I want to shout out today, I'm glad I put these little banners in because it helps me remember where I'm going with things. But the channel that I want to shout out, I haven't, oh, have I? Yes, I have prepared it, is Nancy, A Crone's Intuition. And Nancy's channel is so lovely. I've only just discovered it quite recently. You see people's names all the time in chats. And you don't always know that they've got a channel. And then I came across it because she was the first video walkthrough I watched of the Cosmovisions, the James R. Eads deck. And she has a lovely persona, a sweet voice. Her setup is really beautiful. And I just really enjoyed it. I sat with a big mug of coffee, sat back in my armchair and just watched Nancy. And she's got a lovely energy. Thank you, Elle, for putting a link as well. So if you haven't subscribed yet and you want to just sit with a lovely person with a lovely calming voice in the beautiful surroundings, talking about cards and things, then do check out Nancy, A Crone's Intuition, because She's adorable. Let me hide that. Exactly. I don't always know who has a channel. Yeah, you don't, do you? Unless people actually say, you don't always know. And you chat to people for a long while and then you realise they're a content creator. Like, oh, wow. Epiphanies were had. Were they? Okay, I'm not going to try and keep up. So let's do Simon Asks. So do play along, and you can ask questions as well. So I've got about 10, 12 questions at maximum. I'm not going to, I might not even read them all out, but I want your responses as well. Just like if you've seen my channel before, this is like the third time I've done Simon Asks. And I just took these questions off 100 great questions to ask your friends. And you guys are friends, so I think we can go there. And some of the questions, we go there. Responding is optional. You don't have to respond if you don't want to, but do play along. It might be fun. And then at the end, if you want to ask me any questions, then we'll take some questions at the end. Hi, Simon. Some readers have an agreement with their viewers that all messages to them, the reader, are in caps. They mention it throughout their show. Yeah, well, I've always kind of said that if you want to catch my attention, either put it in capitals or start with at the Hermit's Cave. So actually tag me, because that highlights my name and it comes in orange, so I notice it. Caps do work, but yeah, I prefer, if possible, tagging, but it's not always possible for people to tag if they're using like a mobile phone. Tiswas, today is Saturday, watching Smile. Ah, is that what Tiswas stood for? I never knew that, Naomi. Do you remember OTT? OTT was the adult version of Tiswas. It never lasted long, but I always remember the balloon dance, and I reenacted that once in my teens at a party. I never knew what the acronym was for Tiswas. No, I didn't. Today is Saturday, watching Smile. Well, today's Cuppa Catchum cards is a Tiswas then. So we're just going to have a bit of fun. Never seen that. Yeah, it was every Saturday morning when I was a kid. A friend from school went on it and he got pulled up from behind the desk by his ear. They had the Phantom Flan Flinger, who looked like Darth Vader on a bad day and used to put custard pies in people's faces. And there was Spit the Dog, Bob Cowgies and Spit the Dog. Simon, do you remember UFO? No, I don't. I don't remember UFO. The other side, hi Pomona, the other side was Swap Shop. But cool kids watched his was. Anyway, I'll have a swig of coffee and we'll have the first question. Now, I haven't typed them all out, so it just comes under Simon Asks. But the first one is, what is a guilty pleasure you are prepared to admit to? What's a guilty pleasure you are prepared to admit to? Mine is salad cream on chips. I put salad cream on chips, and lots of people think I'm gross for it, but it's my guilty pleasure. I love it. Straight out the oven while they're hot, and salad cream all over them. Oh, amazing. I also like them on the little sausage rolls. You know, the little party sausage rolls that come out the oven. While they're still hot, salad cream on them. Banana Armour. The Bee Gees, Pokemon games. I watch Neighbours and Home and Away every day. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. I'm glad we're playing this. A Pame deck. That would be a guilty pleasure, but I wouldn't feel guilty. It would just be all pleasure. A TV murder procedural shows Knife. Bread and butter dipped in coffee. You beast. I love it. Thousand Island dressing on green peppers. Oh, yeah. Jen says, I love the Bachelor franchise on TV. I've never seen it. I'm addicted to getting takeaway. Cream cheese and rich crackers. Oh, yes. Yes, David. Definitely. I love anything savoury. Give me savoury over sweet and chocolatey any day of the week. I love like a plate of bits of cheeses, biscuits, pickled onion, pork pie with Branston, maybe a Scotch egg. Oh, yeah, that's heaven. Salad cream, never heard that term for salad dressing. Yeah, and it's very different to salad dressing. It's its own sauce, like a yellowy colour, and you get it with ketchup and brown sauce, but it is for salads, or so they say. Lettuce and English mustard sandwich. Well, that sounds nice. Nothing wrong with salad cream on chips. Would rather have that than mayo. Absolutely. Why am I capitalising my shame? Did I see your shame? My camp shower music. Is it like Steps and Cher? Or is it really camp like Judy Garland and Sylvester? Romance novels. All food is my guilty pleasure. Fried chicken and buying decks. Garlic bread and cheese. A lot of cheese. We're all very food. Oops. We're all very food related, aren't we, with our guilty pleasures? What's that about? Reading my fiction books. Salad cream on everything. Mashed potato, any pizza. Richard, you're a man after my own heart. Simon doing the balloon dance. What's that? Is that your guilty pleasure? You want to see it? I have got a photograph somewhere. It is not being shown on YouTube, but there is a photograph. There's evidence of that balloon dance, but they've been burst. But you still see sellotape around me. I love Europop. That is a guilty pleasure. Blueberry bagel with garlic cream cheese. I've been eating s'mores almost every night recently. I used to love s'mores. Where my in-laws live, right out remote part northern Utah, right before the border of Idaho. We used to have little fires out the back and make s'mores. Buying yet another deck when clearly I don't need it. Guilty pleasure. Yeah, I just don't feel I just don't feel guilty about it. I feel more guilty about putting salad cream on my chips than buying decks. Toast and butter dipped in cocoa. Oh, wow. Chris, because you're proud. Pizza, pork scratchings. I bet you Simon would do a few balloon dances for Pame. I don't know if I would now. Believe you me, you won't want to see balloons strapped to this body. Maybe, I mean, I was like 18 back when I did my balloon dance. And it was for a dare. Real Housewife show. Oh dear. Peanut butter and pretzels and dark chocolate together. Nice. I love having savoury and sweet things together. There's a ice cream at the moment. It's called Netflix and more or something like that. But it's a Ben and Jerry's, and it's got peanut butter in it, but it's got salty pretzels as well. And it's lovely, and chocolate chips. Runny egg over white rice with soy sauce. I'm a savoury girl too. What are you saying? Girl too. Housewives, very ridiculous. Soft cheese and chili crackers. Wow. There's still loads coming in. I can't catch up. So I'm just going to read now the ones that are tagged. Otherwise, this could be a long live. I watch Forensic Files for hours. When I finish all the episodes, I go back to the beginning. We're all food related with our guilty pleasures because we can't do anything but eat in this pandemic. That's true. everything. Irene Cara. Irene Cara. That was Fame, wasn't it? Pointer Sisters. Weather Girls. Oh, we can't beat a bit of Weather Girls. I met one of the Weather Girls when she tried to go solo. Barbecue at the Beach. Let me just look for nacho cheese from a can. Wow. Belinda Carlisle. I loved, she had an album out in 1990. I think it was called Runaway Horses. Or was that just one of the songs? But I played it to death. I loved it. La Luna, La Luna. Brant, hello. Nachos and tacos. Okay, so next question is what conspiracy theories do you actually believe? Mine is the Princess Diana one. And the reason why I really believe that is just because when I watched her interview with Martin Bashir a year before her death, I remember thinking, oh dear, I think she said too much. She needs to be really careful or something's going to happen to her. And then on that Sunday morning when the news broke, my first thought was, they've got her. And then I've never believed anything else, really. And then all the other stuff started to be reported, like, the cameras were all switched off in the tunnel. The walls were scrubbed down before forensics could get there. She left the car talking. It just didn't add up. But even before all that, I just knew. I just thought, yeah. And, she was about to marry or announce that she was about to marry a Muslim. And the future king's father, when they have to be the head of the Church of England and everything else, it just didn't stack up. It just didn't stack up. So when it finally went to, there was a whole inquest into it because the British public was starting to be doubtful. I just thought, how are they ever going to accuse, those that run the royal family? So that's one that I've always believed. Flashdance, What a Feeling. Yeah, I love that one. I could watch that part of the film over and over again where she does that audition, that dance with a what do they call them, leg warmers. Loch Ness Monster. You believe that, do you? Area 51, that's a good one. JFK. Kristen doesn't believe in any of them. Aliens. Yes, Princess Diana tragedy. The Titanic was deliberately sank for insurance purposes. Wow. I've never heard that even before as a conspiracy theory. The moon landing. Nessie, is she real? Definitely Nessie. That JFK was taken out by the deep state. Oh, I can't believe Diana would have left her sons like that. Well, she didn't get a choice, did she? Whether it was a job to finish her, or whether it was an accident, whichever it is, she wouldn't have had a choice. America was responsible for 9/11 to start war to get oil. We need Jackie Randa to work her magic and type out the questions. You're a mod too, Chris. I can't go there. It's so heartbreaking. I know it is heartbreaking. And there are things that happen in this world that, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, particularly like when all this was going off about coronavirus, the pandemic. No, things happen, but that doesn't mean that some things are kept from us. And things happen for powerful reasons, like with royal families and presidents and world leaders and stuff like that. JFK, yeah. Simon, yes, me too. Never forget that day. Funny, I was just speaking about it the other day. Yeah, me too. 9/11. JFK movie, yes. But I always remember watching that back in the 90s, early 90s, probably about 94, 95. And I remember at the end it was saying that, was it by 2012 all the finals will be released and we'll all know. What happened to that? What happened? That's what I remember from the film, thinking, oh, I've only got to wait another 7 years or so to know the truth. ABBA music. ABBA music's a conspiracy theory. That Simon has a secret room filled with Toth decks and a big picture of Lady Frida Harris. I've got nothing against Lady Frida Harris, just her artwork. Oh, you guys are funny. Cryptids are real. Not sure what they are. The Hermit's Cave is a cult. Yes. You need to all kind of... no, I'm not even going to go there. Life on Mars. I wonder. Pearl Harbor, our president FDR knew about it, so we had a reason to go into World War II. Yeah. Okay, next one. If the Hermit's Cave is a cult, Simon is our glorious leader. Don't even go there. Don't even go there. That's an actual. Well, I say an actual. It has been said. So. Closet. Simon has a closet full of high heels. I'd break my bloody neck. Even when I did the Rocky Horror, I had to just wear bare feet. Couldn't get size 12 in stilettos, but up on that stage, I'm coming down those steps. I want to fancy my chances much. Number 3. If you were on death row, what would your final meal be? And this is going to make me sound really dirty, but mine would be a Weatherspoons large breakfast with the optional black pudding as extra. There's no meal better than that. The buttery toast, fried eggs, hash browns, bacon, sausages, tomatoes, beans, mushrooms, black pudding. It is perfection on a plate. Proper cooked all day English breakfast. The Weatherspoons one is the best. You can have a pint with it, even if it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Thank you, Jackie. Final meal on death row. Roast beef with all the trimmings, fish and chips, Maine lobster roll. Oh, that sounds nice. Spare ribs. Nicest spare ribs I ever had was at a restaurant called Bubba's in Jackson Hole in Wyoming. And, oh, amazing. Sorry to hear that. Oh, is everything all right with our Jamie? Jamie, message me if you need to. I hope you're okay. Crispy aromatic duck and chocolate pudding. Oh, if we're having a dessert as well, then it's got to be sticky toffee pudding with toffee sauce. When I went travelling around in back end of 2018, every place I went to, I had a sticky toffee pudding, just because I could. True facts: in most US states, death row inmates' last meal can't be anything crazy. It has to be made from what is already in the kitchen stores. Well, in our fantasy world, we can have anything we want, but that's a bit mean, isn't it, when you're about to slip off the mortal coil? I couldn't imagine wanting to eat before dying. I don't know. I think when you get to that point, you face the fact, don't you? And you know it's going to happen. So your last moments, you've just got to make it. Just enjoy it. I'd love to try that someday. What, the Weatherspoons breakfast? Cryptids are things like Nessie, Bigfoot and fairies. Oh, I'll have to look them up, Celia. I've not heard of them. A southern breakfast, chicken, waffles and grits. Sounds amazing. McDonald's fries with hot mustard and barbecue sauce. Hi, Nancy. I've just given you a channel shout out. So this is Nancy, whose channel I'm shouting out. Said hello at 4:33. Mexican food. A giant burrito, says Elle. Chippy chips for me with fresh donuts that you get at the seaside, the ones with the ring ones with the holes in and the sugary. My mum's chicken pot pie. Oh, Cody. Chicken chips, savoury rice drizzled with curry sauce. Puffer fish cooked by an amateur. Roast beef and Yorkshire pudding. Yeah, can't beat a nice proper roast dinner. I miss carveries. A proper curry and a pint of cold beer, says David. You're British, aren't you? Lamb and roast potato, peas, homemade gravy, mint sauce, and then pie. And so's Kay. Kay's not actually, but I like the way that you're having mint sauce. Ham and pineapple pizza with salad cream and garlic bread. Got to get that salad cream in, Richard. Marinated ribs, baked potatoes and coleslaw, and garlic bread. Lobster and king crab. Oh, this is amazing. There's hundreds again, so I'm just going to go with the capitals or highlighted ones. Do you know the national dish of England is actually chicken tikka masala? Really? I thought our national dish was fish and chips or the Sunday roast. Indian meal with pralines and cream, Haagen-Dazs ice cream. Oh yes, Jackie, yes. Creme brulee, sticky toffee pudding. I know. Giant bowl of ice cream. Does England have a death row? No, we got rid of the capital punishment back in the 60s. I think it is nothing for puffer fish. Laughing over the puffer fish? Is that because it had to be cooked by an amateur? Steak with garlic butter and a loaded potato and broccoli. Right, question 4. Let's have a sup of coffee. What's your all-time favourite smell? I've got 2, and I can't decide between which one I like best, but it's either fresh baked bread. You know when bread is baking? I used to live near a Warburton's bakery. I used to wake up every day to the smell of fresh bread, and there's no smell better. I love it. I used to have a bread maker years ago. Don't now but fresh bread or fresh brewing coffee. Those 2 can't be beaten. So we have leather or old books. Ylang. Tex-Mex food. Honeysuckle. Parma violets is lovely smell. Coffee. There have been too many people found innocent after sitting on death row for years. Yeah, that's true. It's scary and not always a just system. Yeah, and that's why I don't support capital punishment, because people we've found out over here. There used to be a program on in this country called Rough Justice, and there's so many cases of people in prison, not about people who've been executed, but people in prison who shouldn't be and have been freed after years and years. And I was thinking, gosh, can you imagine if we still had a capital system, capital punishment system? Rose scent, coffee in the morning, roses in bloom, coffee, the sea. Creosote on a fence, yes. Fresh bread, fresh donuts. Lilacs, freshly cut grass, the rain or ocean, frankincense and the smell of baked cake, earth after the rain. Freshly cut grass. Yeah, that I love that. There is a word, isn't there, that describes it. You know, the smell after a rain. The earth releases like this scent. I forget what it is now, but there is a word for it. The back porch at my grandmother's house in Aberdeen, Washington. Lavender, lilacs on a bush remind me of my grandmother, and honeysuckle remind me of being a kid. Oh, and coffee. Cherry pipe tobacco. The first cut grass of spring. Broccoli. Cooking crumble in the oven. White sage. Tobacco. Really, I can't bear the smell of tobacco. Oh, I can't. It makes me wretch. I want to get a bread maker now. I know, they're amazing. Vetiver, cedarwood, sandalwood, honeysuckle. Ooh, broccoli. Broccoli smells nice. So she's put a bit of soy sauce on it afterwards. My mama's spaghetti cookies. Spring spring girl cookies. Not don't know what that is, but cookies are nice. Coffee. Um, basil, a newborn baby. Coffee, fresh cut grass, fried bacon sandwich. They always remind me of being a kid on holiday. Yes, you've said something there, Celia. I can remember going on holiday as a teenager because it was when my mum married my stepdad because we didn't have a car. My dad wasn't able to drive because of his condition. But I can remember my mum making bacon cobs for the journey and opening the foil and getting that smell of bacon, tomato sauce, and cob, and savouring it as we drove along to our holiday destination. Sun cream and the ocean. Yeah, there's one that's called Amber Solaire, and it's got like a coconutty aroma to it. That smells lovely. Yes, Jen, favourite smell. I'm just going to look for capitals now. Rain on a hot day, clean sheets dried outside in the fresh air. People who kill people to show that killing people is wrong. Yeah, that's on about the death penalty. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. The smell of honeysuckle at night. That's it. Petrichor. Is that how you say it? Petrichor. The smell after rain. Petrichor. Puppy breath. Tiger bread. Dove original. Sandalwood. Springerly. They are German cookies that are made with fennel seeds. Fennel's a lovely smell. The smell of new car interior. Yes. Simon made me do it. This live has made me get a packet of biscuits. Star anise. Packet of biscuits. Nobody's yet said a fresh tarot deck. That's true. Old Spice. That reminded me of my granddad. Okay, so the next one is, if there were no consequences for the next 24 hours, what would you do? What would you do that you knew there was no consequences for the next 24 hours? I would throw a party, or even a dinner party. And what I mean by, I don't want to get people infected, but what I mean is, if there's no consequences, I don't just mean from a legal perspective, I could mix again and could hug people because there's no consequences. We're not going to get ill. So I would throw a huge party after a year of not really being able to see people and just hang out and chat and hug and laugh and giggle and have a few drinks, some nice nibbles, or even a dinner party. That's what I would do if there's no consequences for the next 24 hours. So if you're typing out the question, if there's no consequences for the next 24 hours, what would you do? Hug everyone, says MA. No consequences. I'd get a foot ton of liposuction. Drink a ton of booze. What would you do? Oh, that's the question. Thanks, Jackie. Rob a bank, buy all the decks I want, and travel. David agrees. What a lovely thought, Simon. Yeah. I'd fly to the UK and go everywhere. Yay, come to Nottingham so I can show you around. I'd go back in time and change some things. Not regrets, just change some things. Justin, steady on. I'd murder my neighbour's kid. That's funny. Rent a house on the beach for my whole extended family. I'd put in an X-Lax. I put an X-Lax in Trump's coffee and give him massive diarrhea. Smack some senators and tell them what I think of them. I'd rob a bank. Fly to England to be with family. I'm lost without boundaries. Yeah, but just for 24 hours, Jen. Come on, you can do this. I know your palms are probably sweating right now at the thought, but just for 24 hours, no consequences. What are you going to do? Now, due to lockdown, go out with a group of friends. Yeah, but remember, there's no consequences, so we're not going to get sick. Have a massive disco in the park. He's really bad. This is Justin's neighbour. Justin's neighbour's kid. I would fly to Cornwall and have a cream tea on the cliffside. I'd punch Donald Trump in his gut. Oh, his gut. Rob a bank and have a party. Lots of people are robbing banks. Lots of people are going the criminal element. I'm thinking. I would fly all of you lot to Glastonbury for a meet-up before the crowds of August hit. Oh, Diane. A massive shopping spree freebie. I'd steal all of Amazon's money and use it for good. Maybe I'd hire a hacker to drain Jeff Bezos' bank account. Kill my neighbour from hell, him upstairs. I think you'd be justified doing that anyway, Selkie. Hug a complete stranger. That's lovely. I have a big beach party with all of you guys on Maui, says Jonathan. Hide all Simon's tarot decks and just leave him with a thoth. That's mean. This is something like The Purge. Yes, it is like The Purge. Ride a chariot down the mall pulled by Jason Statham and Jason Momoa. There's a question coming up, Richard, that you might like. I'm still waiting for Jen's response. I need to know I want to see if she can actually answer this question. I'm putting her under some pressure. I hope to go to Hawaii. Go on a massive shopping spree and treat everybody, says Naomi. Well, that'd be lovely. You could just treat everyone. Turn back time to see my loved ones that we no longer have here. That's a nice one. Let's undo that. Oh, it's moving so fast. There we are. Skydive nude whilst high on crack. I figured it out. I would go skydiving because I could count on no consequences. There you are then. Yay, you did it. Quit my job and buy a studio. Wow. Okay, next one. What's the first thing that you do when you are bored? What's the first thing you do when you are bored? Mine, if I don't fall asleep, because if I get bored, I tend to fall asleep, particularly if it's late at night, is one of two things. I'll either grab my cards or I'll go to Netflix and Amazon Prime and I'll look for a box set type series to binge watch. Get married. Chris is going to get married because he's bored. Oh dear. I nearly died when my son went skydiving. Crazy. Eat, says Tammy Pie. And Selkie says eat. David says the internet out and his iPad. Brittany vapes. Woman who sees go to YouTube, as does Antoinette. Joanne eats. Marsha watches YouTube. So you're all here because you're bored. Justin watches YouTube or plays chess or draws. Eat and watch stuff. Turn on YouTube, says Caroline. Watch YouTube videos on tarot. First thing I do when I'm bored is have a look in the fridge. I know. I should have thought of that. 'Cause I do. I go to the fridge, see there's nothing in there, go to the cupboards, see there's nothing in there and think, could I make that look appetizing? Probably not. moan about it. Elle moans that she's bored. Take a nap or read. YouTube for me, says Brian. Take a long walk. Watch videos on YouTube about tarot. Snack or burn some incense. Tammy Pider says, whoa! Go down a rabbit hole with a cup of coffee in hand and watch favourite channels on YouTube. Brittany sleeps. Lots of people are saying YouTube. Look at TikTok. I've resisted TikTok. I'm not going to go there. Tarot cards or oracle cards. Read, surf the internet. Swatch watercolours. No, that was no consequences. So you'd get married because there's no consequences. Oh, right. Well, at least you're not getting married because you're bored. You guys are so funny. Eat, go for a walk, murder a former president. Because you're bored? Or because there's no consequences? Make my way through all the watch later. Yes. Oh, there's so many in the watch later. It gives me anxiety thinking about it. Read and vape, says Naomi. Snacking. Lots of snacking. I never get bored because there's too much to do. Curl up in self-pity and bawl and whine that I'm bored. Watch TV and snacks. Music and vodka. Can't go wrong with that. First thing when I'm bored is something on my phone. YouTube, eBay, Amazon, Facebook. Is that in that order? Google random things. Avoid TikTok. Like all the... You know what I love to do sometimes on YouTube? Not once I've exhausted like all the community stuff. Just look at stuff from the 70s. I look up the old children's programs that I used to like and sing along to the theme tunes. It's amazing how 40 years may have passed and you can still sing a theme tune to like Rupert the Bear, word for word. And I love that. I could spend hours going down that rabbit hole watching old 70s and 80s children's programs. Just Dance on the Wii. Yeah, so, okay, next one then. If you could remove one colour from the world forever, what colour would that be? I had to think about this, but I've gone with brown because I never ever wear brown. I hate the colour brown. But then I thought, oh, trees. But then they could look all right being like a white or a cream or even really like a black. I could live with that. But I couldn't get rid of any other colour because I loved them all. So I would get rid of brown. Simon, will you never grow up? I hope not. Who wants to grow up? Sometimes I find myself shopping. Not good to do. I'm happy when I'm bored because it happens so rarely. What is TikTok? It's another social media platform like Facebook and everything, but it's all short video clips. I sing Gillian's Island and I dream of Jeannie. Yeah. No, that one, I dream of Jeannie, was it? What was that one? Brown, beige, orange, purple. Anne, how could you remove purple from the world? Puce green, says Jamie. Brown too. Ugly shades of brown. Mustard yellow. Would never remove any colour. You've got to, Mulla Mia. You've got to remove one. Got to do it. You've got to choose. Baby poop green. Chartreuse. Mixing red and green at Christmas. Bleh. But brown is earth too. Yeah, but you could get other colours. Beige, purple, orange, pink. Oh, not having pink. Think of the beautiful sunsets when you get those pinks and purples. There's nothing more beautiful. Battleship grey. Yeah, grey. That's another one that I could live without. Beige, purple, hot pink, says Cody. Neon light green. Hi, Angie. Rose gold, beige or taupe, purple, pink, any shade of pink. Pink's quite popular to go. I would remove puke olive green colour. I could do without orange, despite the fact that I love the Tarot Saint Croix and it's orange now. That's a deck that's on my list too. PEA green. Oh, PEA. P green. Why did I spell that out? Beige. The colour of hate. The colour of hate. What colour would hate be? Would that be green? Green's envy, really, isn't it? Hate, I suppose, is red. I don't like this question because of the ripple effects. The ripple effects? No, I got it wrong. The Hermit's Cave. I choose grey. Oops, I missed the question. Lou Break. It was if you could remove any colour. Well, no, not if you could. It is you have to remove one colour from the world forever. What is it going to be? So you have is in capitals. You have to remove. Salmon pink. There's lots of pinks. I think pink is probably. Yeah, I thought about white when I looked at this, but then that's the cumulate. I can't speak. That's all colours. It's all colours. If you had a colour wheel and you spun it, it would go white, wouldn't it? Culmination of all colours. Booger green, salmon. I love pink. I love pink too. Okay, so the next question then is, now this is looking a bit naughty, but we're amongst friends. If you was a chair, who would you like to sit on you? If you was a chair, who would you like to sit on you? I would go with either Andrew Scott or Russell Brand. They could come and sit on me if I was a chair. Look at the chat freezers. Nobody's typing anything. Chris Hemsworth, says David Pollock. All primary colours added equally makes black, which is my favourite. I thought black was the absence of colour and white was a culmination of colour. Aquaman. Elliot Page. Never heard of Elliot Page. Jason Momoa. I knew that was going to be a popular one, Jamie. That answer is easy. Aunt Freckle. Emma Thompson. Jason Momoa. If you were, yeah, that's the question. Best not say it on here. Go for it. You're amongst friends. Brendan Urie. Sam Hagen. Goldmere. Henry Cavill. Oh, I like your choices, Hermit Cave. Ryan Gosling. And I ain't even gay. Don't have to be. Khalil Mack from the Chicago Bears. Have a huge crush on him. Josh Navidi. Do they have clothes on? Does it matter? Gabriel Byrne. Wow, Selkie. Dwayne Johnson. The Rock. Simon. Christina. You wouldn't want me sitting on you, love. Benjamin Bratt. Unless it's Simon. Thor. Jason Momoa. John Bernthal. Charlie Hunman. Yes, black is the absence of colour. Yeah, I thought so. Mike Patton. Russell Brand. I was just listening to him yesterday. I love him. Yeah, not to be mistaken with Russell Grant. You mean Russell Brand? Yeah. Elliot Page. Colin Firth. Christopher Walken. Robert Sheehan. Matthew McConaughey. Chris Hemsworth, popular. Tom Hardy, Benedict Cumberbatch. I'm laughing so hard. Chris Pine, Scarlett Johansson. Owen Wilson. Tom Hardy, another popular one. Robin Williams, he could sing to me as well. Tom Hardy. Shit, my list is long. Travis Flinnell, Lenny Kravitz, Halle Berry, Russell Brand. Yeah, Russell Brand. Katy Perry, Amy Winehouse, Santa Claus, Justin Timberlake, Chris Martin, Tina Turner. Yeah, so there's lots there. Okay, next question. If your life had been filmed up to this point, what song would be the soundtrack? So if your life had been filmed up until this point, what song would be the soundtrack? Mine would be Make Your Own Kind of Music by Mama Cass. Rebel, rebel. I like it, Tammy Pie. You get to find out about people with this question. Don't Stop Believing, Eleanor Rigby. Whoops, I Did It Again, Awakening by Unleash the Archers. Linkin Park, In the End. Moonage Daydream by Bowie. Wait One More, Taye Diggs. This Is Me, The Greatest Showman. Like it. Enjoy the Silence. Crazy. Take On Me. The Hokey Pokey. I'm all over the place. Unskinny Bop by Poison. Truckin', The Grateful Dead. Best question ever. This one's hard. Who I Am, Shirley Bassey. Yeah, she sings it amazing as well. If your life had been filmed up to that point, oh, why am I reading it out? Everybody Hurts, REM. Oh, David. Pixies, Where Is My Mind? I've Had the Time of My Life. David Bowie. Which one, Nancy? I'm Coming Out, Diana Ross. Heart of Gold, Neil Young. I love Heart of Gold. I could sit and listen to that all day. Bitch by Meredith Brooks. Lovely Day. A Lovely Day. Life is a Roller Coaster. Yeah, Ronan Keating. Oh, he's another one who could come to my chair. No Rain by Blind Melon. Both Sides Now, says Anne. I like that one. I Will Survive. Meredith Brooks, Bitch. We're going to need a playlist. We are, aren't we? The Hermit's Cave playlist. It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it. Fun Boy 3. And that's what gets results. Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. Walken Can Sit on My Chair. We're getting our questions mixed up. One More Time by Daft Punk. Oh, I'm torn with this one again. Something by the Scissor Sisters, probably. Love Blind Melon. Where are these questions from? They're so good. I just Googled kind of like fun and interesting questions, and it came up with a site that was something like 100 questions you can ask your friends. And I just selected ones that made me smile. There's some silly ones in there, but I thought I'd just choose the ones from the 100. Fix You, Coldplay, good song. Lenny Kravitz is hot and he can play too. I Will Survive, Yellow Brick Road. Oh, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. I love that song. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road by Elton John and Life on Mars by Bowie. Oh, amazing. Lots of I Will Survives, so that's good. Keep the Faith. Tiny Dancer. Putting on the Ritz. I'm not sure what Blind Melon is. A few people have mentioned it. Nirvana by Adam Lambert. The Bitch Is Back. Learning How to Love Myself. Whatever songs say stop thinking and get off your bum. Tell It Like It Is, Aaron Neville. Girl on Fire, We Are Family. By Marsha. Can I change it to Erotica by Madge? You can. Put your hands all over my body. Human by The Killers, that's a good one. Everything Bowie did, amazing. Smells Like Teen Spirit, another classic. Here we are now. Ease on Down the Road from The Wiz. Oh, there's some amazing. Who said we need a playlist? Somebody should go through and list all these songs, and we'll come up with an ultimate Hermit's Cave playlist because they're epic, some of them. All right, so the next one is still keeping in the vein of songs, and it could be the same one. But what song do you want playing at your funeral? Mine's The Power of Love by Frankie Goes to Hollywood. And I've wanted that song at my funeral since I was 16 years of age, and it's never changed. You can have more than one, so the other ones has changed. And Mama Cass's Make Your Own Kind of Music would probably be what you come out of the service from. But The Power of Love by Frankie Goes to Hollywood is the greatest song ever written. So I want that. I could never meet Elton John. I would be hysterical. I've seen him live and he's very good, very much a showman. Coin Operated Boy. What song do you want playing at your funeral? Both Sides Now. I Have a List. Invincible Muse. Pass That Cross by Patti Smith. American Girl by Tom Petty. Sound of Silence. I'm Feeling Good by Nina Simone. Spirit in the Sky, Doctor and the Medics. At the first funeral I ever went to was a friend from school, and that was the song that was played there. There was two. It was Spirit in the Sky and Too Good to Be Forgotten, which was a group called Amazulu in the 80s. Never forgot that. And it was when Doctor and the Medics was in the charts. It was like 1986, I think. Both Sides Now is a good one. Yeah. You Won't Forget Me by Abby Lincoln. Disco Inferno. Yeah. There's got to be some irony and comedy in there as well, hasn't there? I'm Not Dead. Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. Yeah. And Wonderful World. Cabaret. Eric Clapton's Tears in Heaven. I Want People to Cry Their Eyes Out. Knock on Wood. Crimson and Clover. Already Told My Kids What I Want. Still Standing by Elton John. Hallelujah Chorus. Something by Muse. Danny Boy. Oh. Fly to the Angels. If honest, I would probably be a song by Skyline Pigeon. Spirit in the Sky is my favourite song. All About Eve. I'm Going Home from the Rocky Horror. That was my swan song in the show, just before I was exterminated. Simon, my theme song by Madonna has always been You'll See. Beautiful song. That's when you really saw her voice change. That You'll See and Take a Bow, you could tell the change in her voice because she had vocal training before doing Evita. Another one, Bites the Dust. BT's Spring Day. Golden Slumbers. Un Puno di Tierra. Hope I've said that right. Going Home. The Sex is on Fire by Kings of Leon. I have no idea. I want the kids to pick my song. You not got one that you love? Come Fly With Me. Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead. I was waiting, Melissa, for somebody to say that. You Will Never Walk Alone. That was my dad's funeral song. You Will Never Walk Alone. He was a big Jerry and the Pacemakers fan. He was from Liverpool. He supported Liverpool, and it's kind of like their anthem. Time to Say Goodbye. That's a beautiful song. Really beautiful song. Sometimes it snows in April. You're my best friend, Queen. Oh, I love that song. I really love that Queen song. It's in a film called Peter's Friends with Stephen Fry. So good. But you're not allowed to leave us, so you've got to choose the song, Elle. Firestarter, YMCA. Is it YMCA? No. You'll Never Walk Alone, Go Reds. Yeah. I See You in My Dreams by Joe Brown. Wow. Oh, I love Peter's Friends. I love Peter's Friends too. Amazing film. 1992. Emma Thompson, a star-studded cast. Imelda Staunton's brilliant in it as well. Okay, so there's only two left, and then you can ask some if you like. So the penultimate question is, if you had the power to read one person's mind, but in turn they could read yours, would you? So if you had the power to read somebody's mind, and you've all got somebody in mind you think, I'd love to read their mind, but the payoff is they can also read yours, would you? Mine is a big fat hell no. Plus one. Hi, Sheila. No, no, nope, 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 no, no, always. Absolutely not. You'd be terrified. Nope, 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 no way. Depends on who it is, says Brian. Anne says yes. Wow. No, 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 no way. I would love to read E. E? No. I'd say no, no, no way. My mind is a dark place. I'm an open book, but that's too much. Sure, I'm choosing the person. It would be Stephen. But Stephen would be able to read your mind as well. I don't care about anyone else's messed up inner world. Mine is enough. Yeah, go on then, says Elle. Yeah, no. Yes, says Matthew. Yeah, I probably would, says Chris. I don't want to read anyone else's mind, whether or not they could read mine. What was the question? If you could read anybody else's mind, but in turn they could read yours, would you? Yes, perhaps I'm doing it now. Just knowing someone was reading my mind, I would start to think crazy stuff, right? I would too. And then I'd think of the most craziest stuff that I wouldn't never normally think of. And then people would think, oh my gosh. Just knowing that they're in there. Facebook reads our minds anyway. Nope. It would be boring. My mind is too convoluted. Nope. I think I'm actually more concerned about finding out what other people think than sharing my thoughts. Oh, I'd love to know sometimes what other people think. I'm reading your mind now. Yeah, so I think overwhelmingly about 98% of those responses was a no. So the last question, just for fun, is milk before cereals or cereals before milk? What sort of monster would pour cereals onto milk? I mean, come on. I can't. When I saw that question, I was like, I'm not going to ask that. And I'm like, I need to know if there are people out there actually who would pour cereals onto milk. I can't get my head around it. Funny part is we probably all think the same. I think you're probably right, Justin. And we all think we're quite strange with our thoughts, but then we'd be reassured that we're not the only ones. Some people's minds would be a very scary place to be in. That's true. Um, Cereal first, cereal before milk, heathen, cereal then milk. I think we're all agreed here. Cereal first, cereal before milk. Goodness. I know. Pouring cereals onto milk is like people who have the toilet roll hanging blooming over. It's wrong. Cereal before milk. Is there anybody here who adds cereals to milk? What an outrage, said David. Cereal before milk. Absolutely, Simon. Milk onto cereal. Why are people talking about buttons and zips? What is this madness? It's like toilet rolls on. Touche. Milk onto cereal, toilet paper over, whatever, Kay, whatever. Cereal, then milk. Well, I actually tend to use yogurt instead of milk. You what, Chris? Cereal first. Like someone who put their milk in first, then making tea. Why? Yeah, I don't get that either. You need to know you're getting the right coloration of the tea. If you're putting your milk in first, you're there forever with a tea bag trying to get the right colour. Don't start on the toilet paper one. What about when you're making porridge? Same. Porridge is in the bowl and you pour your hot milk in and you stir it. Yes, Cody, toilet roll behind. Yogurt with granola is amazing. I might add cereal to leftover milk after I've eaten all the cereal. Yeah. Guess that's only half monstrous. Worst thing, pouring cereal and then finding no milk in the fridge. That's true. That's an awful sinking feeling that you get. So that's the end of my questions. I don't know if anybody's got any that they want to ask. We've got 5-7 minutes before I pull a card. Milk before tea? I'm off. No, nobody's advocating milk before tea. Absolutely not. No, always tea first, then add your milk in. That's happened to me before a few times, and then I grab a spoon anyway. You just have it without. No, Pamela, I'm not wrong. This was fun. Yeah, I've enjoyed it. What's your favourite tarot and oracle deck? That's easy for me. Favourite tarot, everybody knows who's here. You must be new. Is my Blushing Fool. Pre-copyright, beautiful paper, RWS. And currently, my favourite oracle is the Moonlight Oracle. What one treasured possession you would give away if forced to? One treasured possession you would give away if forced to. If I had to give something away, I'd give anything away if I was forced to. If it was forced, like someone's putting a gun to my head or something, then there's nothing more sacred than life itself. So I'd give anything away. It would hurt some things, but I would give it away. Fold or scrunch the toilet paper? Scrunch. Definitely scrunch. You need that roughage. If you could trade homes with any celebrity, who would it be? Madonna's London home. I want it. Yeah, her home in Kensington that she had. She hasn't got it anymore. I don't think. She may still have it, but yeah, I wouldn't want to go and live anywhere else, so I'll choose her home. Or Pixie's home that she had in Bude. Not that she had in Bude, but the home that she had in Bude in Cornwall. right by that edge of that cliff with the sea. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. What biscuit shouldn't be dunked? Rich tea should never be dunked. Or Jaffa cakes. Can't dunk them either. Blushing Fool, yes, you all know. Desert Island Tarot, one deck, which one? Blushing Fool. Weirdest experience you had during ritual? Weirdest experience I had during a ritual? My cloth catching on fire. That was pretty scary and pretty weird. When I say forced, I mean asked to. Oh, that's different than forced. So if someone asked me if I'd give away a personal treasure, what one would I give away? I suppose I need to know what the treasure is to be asked what I'm giving away. So I can't really, I've got lots of personal treasures, but if someone said to me, would you give away such and such, I then would have to make that decision. What is a snickerdoodle? I have no idea. I would want a ranch. Whichever celebrity has a home by the ocean where it's warm but not too crazy hot. Yeah. She has a great one in the Hamptons too. Yes, she does. But I'm all right here. Oprah's Ranch. Oh, are you guys watching the Harry and Meghan interview this weekend? We're getting it Monday. I think I'll watch it just out of curiosity, but where is Bude? It's in Cornwall, Christina, which is beautiful anyway. Goldie Hawn used to have on Lake Muskoka. Oh, it's Snickerdoodle as a cookie. Question: what would you consider your greatest sacrifice would be if asked of you? What would you consider your greatest sacrifice would be if asked of you? My life. If someone asked me to sacrifice my life for a greater good, then that there can't be anything greater than that, can there, as a sacrifice? I'm trying to think of a situation, I suppose, where I'd have to be in that, but it could be, you know, a loved one who's much younger than me needing a vital organ or something, which means they get to have the rest of their life. And as I'm coming towards the end of mine, that would be a sacrifice. Harry is totally charming. Yeah, he could sit on my chair. Harry. Isn't Snickerdoodle some sort of sugar cookie? Yes. On a cliff or something, with a lake or something to break up a potential fall. On a cliff or something. You won't want to be at the top of the tour then, Elle. Have a little home built at the top of the tour. Leonardo DiCaprio's house is looking pretty tempting. No cliffs for you, Elle. Question: who would you snog, marry, or avoid? Who would you snog, marry, or avoid? Russell Brand for the snog and the raunchiness. Marry Andrew Scott, and I'd avoid James Corden. Well, that was pretty easy. I thought that would take some thinking. And then James Corden is mentioned in the next. I watched James Corden present. Yes, I did, on the bus. He seemed very down to earth, didn't he? I ordered a bracelet from Nottingham, Simon. Oh, wow. Jen saying that Elle needs a lot of flat ground around her. She did well going up that tour on her own at 7 o'clock in the morning. Sammink, I love that word. You should see her or hear her use it at like 10 to 7 on a Sunday morning, having just reached the top of the Glastonbury tour. I want a little house on a surfing beach. Tarot deck you used to have, but most regret not having anymore. think I'm all right with the ones I've let go, because at the time the trade was worth it. If I ever got to have slow holler again, I would, but I was happy letting it go at the time for the deck that I was getting. And I just thought at some point in the future, and I've heard it might even be remade, then I'll get it again. But yeah, I'm pretty okay with the ones I've let go. Last time you had a good cry? Oh, recently, Cody. Quite recently. Trying to think the last time I had a really good cry. Last Friday, watching Gogglebox when they showed the final scene of It's a Sin. Even though I've seen the series of It's a Sin twice now, incredible. Do watch it if you can. And it's out on DVD. If you can't get it, you can buy it. They showed it on Gogglebox, and Gogglebox is a program over here where normal people are watching TV and you see their interactions and reactions to things. And it set me off again. You know, as somebody who lived through that in the 80s and lost 2 friends to AIDS, it's, you know, it was hard hitting, but it's so well acted as well. And it's so raw and it's so real, but it's also life affirming. You know, it's not a depressing program. It's incredible. Russell T Davies can do no wrong in my eyes. Please marry Andrew Scott, Simon. Will you ask him for me? We're the same age, more or less. He's Irish. Yeah. Okay, Gigi, I will. It's a tarot charm bracelet on Etsy. She has one left. How cool. Tammy Pie would snog Dwight Yoakam, marry Johnny Depp. Seriously? You're a glutton for punishment. Avoid The Rock. Too much exercise involved. I'd love to be back on the tour. I live close, but not close enough to go there in lockdown. But maybe you'll join us in August then, David, when we go. Everyday tea or breakfast tea? You would marry Johnny Depp? Risky business, yeah. That was my reaction. David says, I cry all the time watching TV. It's a Sin is amazing. Isn't it? Isn't it amazing? La. Cried at the ocean. He's an avoid for me for sure. Johnny Depp, yeah. It's the sexy voice. I just can't. The only time I think he ever looked really sexy was, it's going to sound bizarre, because I've never found him attractive personally, except for Edward Scissorhands, weirdly. I found him quite attractive in that. Simon, what is the new season of The Witch you pre-ordered? It's the Yule one. So Samhain was the one that came out last year. Yule is coming out in September. I'm late. Yeah, I'm about to finish. It's nearly past. I'll trade up for Tim McGraw. He needs me. Hi, Emily. Johnny Depp is really the devil. Edward Scissorhands, yes, me too. I've just rewatched Moulin Rouge. Holds up and so good. I took my sister to see that for her 30th birthday. So I'd be, 25? And I just didn't like it at all. And neither did she, so we left before the end. Just couldn't get into it. Luke Evans in Dracula Untold. Whoa. What are we like today? Hermit's Cave. Small fact. The woman who played Jill. Yes, I know. It's her mother in real life. Jill's mother is the original Jill. Yeah. All right, let's bring it to an end. Thank you, guys. This was a very different kind of Cuppa and catch-up, but it was just nice to do what we're doing. That's Quarantine Stream. Let's have a tarot card. Go straight into Quarantine Stream mode. Do you see what I was going to do there? Let's have the Pulp of Tarot today. yeah, so these are the questions. They were great fun, and thank you for playing along. It made the last hour and a half fly by, and we'll do it again. We'll do it again in a month or so. So next week, next Saturday, is Have a Cuppa with me. So it's a month already since we last did that. So if you're here and you want to join me live, let me know. And what I'll do is I'll put a list together and I'll send links. We can have up to six. I can have more, but I don't really want more than 6 on a screen at one time because it can get a bit unruly. And people can stay for as long or as short as they want. But if you want to come on and have a cuppa with me next Saturday, let me know. Drop me an email. My email is cybright@me.com. If you don't remember that, then it's on my YouTube under About. But come and have a cuppa and hang out and we'll chat. So that's next week. Emily said she'd enjoy joining in. Great. So drop me an email and then I'll have your email where to send the link to. Or if you just turn up next week and you think, do you know what, I might go on, let me know during the chat and I'll send you a link and you can come and join us. 2 weeks today, so that's the week after next week, is the day that I've got Deborah Koff-Chapin from Portals of Presence and Soul Cards. She's actually from the Centre for Touch Drawing. But Tarathon is the end of May. It's a holiday in the States. I can't remember the exact day. I want to say 30th of May. Sunday the 30th of May, if that date works. That's what I've kind of got in my mind. For 24 hours. What I'm going to be doing, I'm just waiting for one person to confirm who said that they was going to confirm about 2 weeks ago and hasn't yet. Once that person confirms, I'll see how many slots are available and then I'm going to be advertising for the remaining slots. So look out for that as well. Yes, that date is right, Simon. Thank you, Jackie. I see why people call you, mod extraordinaire. You're right on it. Memorial Day weekend in the US, that's great because we have that Monday off. Right, I've had to book that Monday off as well because I always stay up through the whole 24 hours. Okay, so let's have a card. Something for the week ahead. Oh, we have the Two of Pentacles. Look at that. That is an amazing card. I love this tarot deck. I guess for me, what this is telling us. Let me take off Simon Asks as well. What this is telling us is that, doesn't it feel amazing when everything that we're doing feels like we're at ease and that we're able to take on things. So instead of that feeling of always fighting the river or trying to paddle upstream, the time is coming where we're actually, rather than fighting and struggling, we're going to go with the flow of the river. So as we go through into the next week, you may find that there are opportunities to take on new things. What I would say is embrace those opportunities because now is the time that you really will be able to balance more things than what you're currently doing. This is Pulpit Tarot. Yes, this is the Pulpit Tarot. So the time, what it's promising is the time is coming that we'll be able to find that right balance because we've got capacity to take on new things. Life is getting a little bit more calmer and we're really in that flow where rather than feeling overwhelmed, under pressure, we are just kind of at ease with things, like we're sailing down the river rather than fighting against it. So yeah, an amazing deck this deck is. It's the Pulp of Tarot. This one is an 88 card deck and there are further expansions that are coming, but the artwork is phenomenal. I have got a walkthrough of this deck on the channel, so do check it out. So thanks for being here, guys. It's been a lovely cuppa catch up with you. Don't forget there's no Quarren stream, but I'll be up at some point during the week with videos and things. But the next live is next Saturday for Come and Have a Cuppa with me. And hopefully I'll see you all there. So enjoy your weekend. Make sure you have plenty of downtime and relaxing and recuperating. And yeah, I will see you. If I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. Take care, everybody. Namaste and blessed be.